Here's something remarkable about India. You could be blindfolded, driven for hours, and set down in front of a single temple, and just by looking at its shape, you could tell roughly where in the country you are, and who built it, centuries ago. Because Indian temples aren't random. Their silhouettes are a language. And today, I'm going to teach you how to read it. Once you learn this, you can never unsee it. Every temple you pass will start speaking to you, telling you its region, its age, its makers. What looks like just an old temple becomes a page of carved history you can actually read. So let's start with the one thing every classic temple shares. At the heart of nearly every Hindu temple is a small, dark, sacred room called the Garbhagriha, literally, the womb chamber. It holds the main deity. It's deliberately plain and cave-like, the spiritual core of the whole building. And directly above that sanctum rises a tower, marking the sacred center and pointing to the heavens. That tower, its shape, is your single biggest clue. Around that core, you'll find pillared halls, called mandapas, where people gather. But it's always the tower over the sanctum that gives the game away. And across India, that tower comes in three great families. Learn these three, and you've cracked the code. Family 1. The North. Here the tower is called the Shikara, and it looks like a tall, curved mountain, or a beehive, rising smoothly and curving gently inward until it reaches a single point at the top. Picture a great stone flame frozen mid-rise. That soft, curving, upward sweep is the unmistakable signature of the northern, or Nagara, style. And look at the very top. You'll usually see a large, ribbed, cushion-like stone disc, called an amalaka, crowned by a small pot-shaped finial. The whole temple often sits on a raised platform, and crucially, there are usually no giant boundary walls or gateway towers. Just the temple, reaching skyward. Think of the soaring temples of Khajuraho, or the Sun Temple at Konark. That's Nagara. Family 2. The South. And here, everything changes. The tower over the sanctum, called the Vimana, isn't a smooth curve at all. It's a pyramid, built as a stack of clearly defined, shrinking stories, rising step by step like a tiered mountain, capped with a small dome. Straight, stepped, geometric. Where the north curves, the south climbs in stages. But the south has a second, unmissable feature. These temples sit inside walled compounds, and you enter through enormous gateway towers called gopurams, covered, top to bottom, in a riot of brightly painted sculpted figures. Think of the Chola masterpiece at Tanjavur, or the towering gateways of Madurai. Once you see those giant gateways, you know you're in the south. A quick pause. If stories like this one fascinate you, take a second to subscribe, it's free, and it helps more of these forgotten histories reach the people who'd love them. A like tells the algorithm this was worth your time, and if you know a part of this story I didn't tell, share it in the comments. Now, back to it. And here's a beautiful twist in the story. In the earliest southern temples, the tower over the sanctum was the tallest thing. But over the centuries, as dynasties competed to outdo each other, the gateway gopurams grew taller and taller. Until, in the greatest temple cities, the gateways completely tower over the central shrine. The doorway became the giant, and the holiest tower, at the core, stayed humble. Family 3. The Deccan, in the middle. And this is where the north and south meet and blend, into a hybrid style often called Vesara. Its greatest masters were the Hoysalas. And their temples look like nothing else on earth. First clue, the base. Instead of a simple square, they built the temple on a star-shaped platform, with points radiating outward. Second clue, the tower is lower and squatter than the soaring spires elsewhere. And third, the detail. Carved in soft soapstone, every single surface is smothered in astonishingly fine sculpture, gods, dancers, animals, jewelry so delicate it looks turned on a lathe. Temples like Balur and Halabidu. If it looks like a giant piece of jewelry grown out of the ground, you're looking at the Deccan. Now, let me be honest with you, because it matters. North, South, Deccan, Nagara, Dravida, Vesara, these are broad families, not rigid boxes. India is vast, and real temples love to blur the lines. There are countless regional schools, like the great Kalinga temples of Odisha. At one site, Pattadakal, you can even see northern and southern styles standing side by side, as ancient architects experimented. So treat these three as your reading key, not an iron law. But that key is powerful. So here's your cheat sheet, the one you'll carry for life. A curved, beehive tower rising to a single smooth point? North. Nagara. A step pyramid tower, guarded by giant painted gateway towers? South. Dravida. A low temple on a star-shaped base, drowning in impossibly fine carving. The Deccan. Vesara. Three shapes. Three worlds. And these shapes were never just decoration. Every tower was built as a symbolic mountain, a sacred peak linking earth to heaven, with a deity resting in the cave-like sanctum at its base. The curves, the steps, the stars, they were theology, made of stone. A way of building the cosmos, so a person could walk inside it. So the next time you stand before an Indian temple, or even just scroll past a photo of one, pause, and look at the tower. Ask yourself, does it curve, or does it step? Are there giant gateways? Is it shaped like a star? And watch what happens. The building stops being a pretty old monument, and starts telling you its story. Where it stands. Who built it? What they believed. Because that's the quiet magic hiding in plain sight all across India. These temples aren't silent. They've been speaking for 1,000 years, in a language of curves and steps and stars. And now, you can finally understand what they're saying. India carved its gods into stone towers you can read from a distance. But in some corners of this land, people don't just carve the divine, they wear it. Next time, we meet the sacred masks of India, where an ordinary person puts on a face of wood and paint, and, for one night, becomes a god. See you then.